The first thing is, I would say, we have to be an example. For me, the first thing that matters is, of course, invoking the Mahasaraswati herself, Mahasaraswati, her mother, or whoever. This aspect of, okay, the human perfection and the divine perfection, and invoking the divine. I can give you one more little anecdote from Mahabharata. These stories reveal much more than a number of words. So there was this situation where you have Karna, most of you know perhaps, and he is a Sapagrasta, this Karna. He's an extremely capable man, of course, with all the Sastras and Astras and everything. And there he was in Kurukshetra. He had Selya as his charioteer. We say Selya Saradhya. This Selya is basically on the side of the Pandavas. His duty is to keep criticizing Karna and to kind of discouraging Karna. Because he was actually on the side of the divine, the Pandavas. So one day he found Karna just standing like that, kind of lost in thought or something. So Selya asks, hello, you came with such bravado into this. What happened? What are you doing? He said, Karna says, you have all the astras and shastras and everything, all the capabilities. What are you doing? He says, I'm lost. I'm not getting the inspiration, the spurti, he says. And then Selya says, how will you have the spurti when I'm your charioteer? Spurti is there in Arjuna's chariot. Sri Krishna is the spurti, the divine consciousness. So you may have n number of astras, you may have any number of capabilities. Until the divine, you invoke the divine. And you have the humility to accept there is a force behind us which is there helping us and guiding us. And in fact, inspiration is also an aspect of Mahasaraswati. Sri Aurobindo describes her in Savitri inspiration with this lightning feet, the way it comes. So you see and first the person has to set an example, and through influence, you influence the other person through your example, then you invoke. How do you invoke? You offer. It can be, we have this wonderful culture, Indian culture, where at every twist and turn, we do a puja. When a child is born, we do a puja. You have to name her, you have to puja. All these ways, all these things, whether it's a puja or a yajna, you're connecting yourself to the higher self. We are reminded at every twist and turn that, boss, you see, there is something higher. This is not the only one. You keep doing that. And speaking about yajna once again, Saraswati is also called the goddess of yajna. Sri Aurobindo's, there's a chapter actually, Saraswati and her concerts, in that he explains. He says how when you do this, yajna is what? It is nothing but a sacrifice, isn't it? It is one way of connecting, the yoking between us and the divine. It can be an external yajna. Internal yajna is what it is, supposed to be. And devatas are a part of this yajna. Who are these devatas? Sri Aurobindo explains, he speaks about Saraswati, Ila, Mahi, Bharati. All these are names of the, other aspects. And what of Saraswati? And what are they? They are the faculties within your own self, these devatas. So when you do the offering, what happens? You're heightened in your faculties. And all these, faculties are the gods which descend into you. And then you move towards perfection, the divine perfection. And Saraswati is also, her domain is also the mind. Because she's so meticulous. She's so, organizing. She has that keen, sharp eye. Mind is also like that. But mind is an imperfect instrument. It gets confused if you leave it to yourself. So Mahasaraswati is basically the conduit between the divine and the expression and the manifestation. That's why she's so important for integral yoga. In integral yoga, we are talking about transformation. It's just not illumination, liberation, moksha. Of course, after moksha, you transform your own self, your several instruments. Then after that, we have this collectivity also which we need to influence. That is so Mahasaraswati, it's the word, the vak, or the work. That is the expression or the manifestation where Mahasaraswati takes the trouble, she's skillful in works. So she makes sure that we are perfect. You know what happens? I'm sorry, I'm taking a long time, just one more point, one or two points, and perhaps I will be done with.